Good evening, Saberland. Hickosk here, and I'm finally making my new video, and I'm actually broadcasting from a new house because I moved. Yeah, a nice little quiet place here, and also there's a full moon out. Nice, right? Okay, let me sit you guys down here. So I'm finally going to get to do the review of my Liberator. This is the V3 model, so it has all these cool little fancy detail lines here, and it's got this nice slim center of the saber, so if you want to one-hand it, you could do that, or if you do like to hold it like I do, which is right here with a little bit of space on the bottom. Yeah, that's my ideal grip. And I really do like the emitter here. It's got these nice little details here that not a lot of other sabers do. I mean, it's a very plain design, but also it's very sleek, and it still looks stylish, like I said with the thing there. And also, you notice that I got a big, huge orange thing in here. Well, I think you can technically call this a blade plug, because it covers that, but also it makes everything bright-ass orange, because it's actually not a blade plug, it's more like a barrel plug for an airsoft gun that will fit over the flash hiders of, like, say, an M16 model, or anything similar like that. But without further ado, let me pop a blade in here, which, hang on, I just realized I forgot that in the house, so I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So I'm using my newest Ultra Edge blade with the deeper tip socket and just a little bit of wrap of cellophane. I think this is probably the ideal blade for taking pictures, as even on a lithium-ion setup, this is still bright as hell. And this is still a very comfortable and controllable saber, as I'm still able to do all the moves that I normally do. Yeah, so if you ever doubt any stunt sabers or any other thing like that, they can still be bright as everything else. But I think the one thing is lacking is sound. I mean, what's a lightsaber that's just like this? Just seems very boring. That's my opinion. I know there's some people that have exclusively all stunt sabers, and you know, more power to them. But I like my sabers to make noise. Speaking of which, I have a surprise for you guys. I think I told you guys about my modifications to my Consular a while ago, and I have done something else with it. As soon as I get this out of here, I will show you. Back that in there just a little more. So pretty much my Qui-Gon is now complete. Before, I just had these slots done, and also I put a silver screw in here to make it a little more realistic and accurate, and I got these slots done. But the thing is that the slot pattern is reversed. This should actually be up here, but because of where the CoverTech wheel is, I had talked with Kaz, and he said the best thing to do would be to put this down here and the rest of them like this, so it works out perfectly. In fact, this is still a very comfortable saber to hold. And here's the crown jewel of this modification, this button. It is a One Replica's modified Qui-Gon button that he makes for his sabers, mounted on the silver bezel there. I did that because I liked the contrast between the silver and the black, and I didn't think there was enough silver on this lightsaber. I mean, especially because the only things silver were the button and the bezel and the shroud and the emitter, the top of the emitter here. No longer, but I really like how this turned out, and as you can imagine, it does work. As you can see, there is sound. just works like every other momentary, or not momentary, but every other anti-vandal switch. You just hold it just for a few seconds to turn it off, and you press it to turn it on. And let's see what this looks like with the blade in it. Which is why I kept this out here. And I can say I am so happy to have this finally able to be a full Qui-Gon. I mean, this is easily my best looking saber right now, just simply because it actually has these components on here. Like, I mean, just having this little detail on the cover tech wheel makes it more accurate. Just having the little button here, turn this on, is more accurate. Alright, let's get a full shot of this. And again, if you remember my Consular review, this is Dark Forces, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very fitting font, even though it's basically for Kyle Katarn, but it still works for Qui-Gon. And you know what? The button's so far out of the way, and I don't even have to worry about touching it accidentally. I think everything works on this. I mean, it's functional. I mean, I can still fight with it and everything. And it still has these lock-up sounds. Although it could still probably use Obi-Qui for it. But, I still think this saber is... I don't care. You know, I've had some people tell me on some groups on Facebook that this is a large saber. You know what? It is not a large saber. It fits me perfectly. My hands are a little on the big side, and I wrap around it completely. I mean, there's a little space right here just because this is where the shroud is, and there's some little bit of space here, but then again, that's where the cover tech is, where it's being held by my middle finger. But you know what? This is a very comfortable saber to wield. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take the shroud off, not that I would want to, because, you know, it actually looks great. And use it without the shroud, and still have the button. And that would be my choice. But you know what? I'm going to keep it just as is. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me that this is a bad-looking Qui-Gon. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not one replicas. It's not a JQ. It's not the Vader's Vault. I forgot what his name was, but he made one a while ago. And it was perfectly accurate. It had the grooves and everything. It looked really nice, but I mean, it's not within my budget. I mean, I'm working with sabers that I could afford, and right now this is what I could afford. And these two little details here were about a $70 expense just for the extra bit for it. I mean, I had to buy the switch, of course, and pay a guy to install it. But you know what? I have no problem with that because it looks great. I have no regrets with this saber. Alright, I'm done ranting and everything. I just wanted you guys to see this, and I'm very proud of this saber. I don't think I will ever get rid of it. Just simply because of some of the... I just went through a lot for this saber. I mean, I've never actually spent money on any other sabers that I've ever had, but I don't think I will have a problem doing that with my other ones. I've already had some plans going on with my prophecy that have come through perfectly fine, and I will showcase the rest of that when I do finish with that. But I will say this now, those little slotted grooves that they have on the prophecy, they're now covered by TCS grips. I have put those on there, and I think I am the saber's well on its way to becoming Anakin's. There's just a little bit of detailing here and there that needs to happen. But other than that, I think my modification is definitely not over. I still have plans with my shock. I need to upgrade that, get it a better MLS unit, definitely get it a better emitter, because the one that has this little blade stop like right here, where a lens were to put it, where you can actually glue a lens in there. And I just wanted to upgrade it to a little more modern system, so that's going to happen too. But as soon as I can, when the next raffle comes out from UltraSabers, I'm pretty sure that I will be entering the next raffle with probably a Graflex. in Arctic Blue, just because I've wanted one of those sabers for the longest time, and now that I have a chance to, thank you tax return, $633, that just blew me away that they didn't take off the $95 for the supposed not having medical insurance, but that happened, so I'm happy with it. So cool, I'm gonna have a new saber soon. Just my first Arctic Blue, and this is definitely my first official green, and it's definitely one I will enjoy for a long time. All right, I think that about does it, guys. So I'm gonna end it here and say happy sabering, guys. May the force be with you, and I will be back the next time to show up the prophecy mods. All right, have a good night, guys, and one last closing note. I am so sorry that I haven't made a new video in a long time. I know I'm getting a bunch of new subscribers, and you guys are probably expecting a new video from me. But the move had drained me a lot. There was a lot of stuff that had to happen. And so now that I actually have some time, I actually did a new video. And let's just see one last beauty shot of this guy lit up. Now, originally I was going to hold it like this with the button between there, but you know what? This is actually a lot better, because then I can still thumb the button here. Or I could just, I don't know. It seems like Qui-Gon actually holds it like this, but I don't know. Anyways, I think that's about it. May the force be with you guys, and as always, if you're going to fight with your lightsabers, be safe. And don't try to kill each other's eyes or anything, or yeah, be mindful of where your blades are going. Alright, have a good night, guys. And, yeah. May the force be with you.